This is Optimal Startup Daily, episode 658, Maintaining Security in the Era of Remote Working, by Michael Levitt of breakfastleadership.com. And I'm Dan, I am your host, and I'm here with you every single day of the week, including weekends and holidays. And if you've been a listener for a while, and maybe there's a topic that we haven't covered yet that you'd love to hear us talk about, you can share those ideas by visiting oldpodcast.com, and we'll see what we can do. And with that, let's hear another post as we optimize your life. Maintaining Security in the Era of Remote Working, by Michael Levitt of breakfastleadership.com. Remote working can transform the way that your business is run, allowing your staff to benefit from greater flexibility and increased job satisfaction, while allowing your brand to reduce its commercial property and equipment costs considerably. However, one of the biggest downfalls of remote working is a reduction of security, as you need to follow a few specific steps to make sure those who work from home don't put your business at risk. Fortunately, it doesn't have to be as difficult as you might expect to maintain the best levels of security in the era of remote working, as there are many innovative ideas that you can make the most of to ensure you can stay private and safe. If you're interested in finding out more about how you and your team can achieve peace of mind regarding privacy while working from home, then simply listen on to discover more. Create a list of safe and unsafe websites. One of the most effective steps that you can follow to maintain security in the era of remote working is to create a list of both safe and unsafe websites for your staff. There are millions upon millions of different websites online, yet only some of them are safe and secure enough to visit from a commercial device. The sheer volume of corrupt and malicious websites is astounding. So you need to take the opportunity to guide your team in the best possible direction to ensure that they do not end up on the aforementioned platforms. Setting out a list of safe websites will be easier than pinpointing out those which pose a risk. So assess the needs of your employees to find out which kind of platforms their role requires them to visit before offering out a number of green sites that are good to go. Make sure your staff avoid using personal websites such as social media too, as they have no reason to be doing this on work time, and this can pose a risk to your system's security. Download only the most secure programs and software. Next on your list of priorities should be secure programs and software, as downloading files and systems onto your equipment can either increase its functionality or lead to catastrophic privacy concerns and even irreparable damage. Before you even think about purchasing or downloading software for your remote workers' devices, take the time to read through past reviews and ratings from other commercial clients. If there is a noticeable issue with their security, then this will no doubt be mentioned in comments left by previous users. Communication platforms and file transfer systems should be the safest of all, as you cannot risk putting your customer information or private messages in harm's way. Big brand names are often more committed to safety, as Zoom security is going to be far more intense than any other low-level communications platform. So it's likely better to utilize well-known programs and software if you would like to maintain ultimate peace of mind when your team is working remotely. Encrypt your data and maintain the strongest data stores. Last, but by no means least, it's essential that you can take the opportunity to encrypt your data and make an effort to maintain the strongest possible stores if you want to stand any chance of maintaining safety while your staff work from home. If a malicious user or program were to intercept your communications or access your data stores, then you could be in serious trouble, as this can lead to the closure of your company due to your unacceptable lack of responsibility. It's your job to keep your customer data and other files as safe as can be, so you even risk receiving a hefty fine if someone gains access to your information stores. Encrypting your data is likely the best option, as this means that anyone who does gain access to your storage will be greeted with a totally scrambled and incomprehensible data dump that they cannot use in any way. To further improve your data privacy when your team works remotely, be sure to install strong firewalls and other protection measures. Maintaining security in the era of remote working has never been so simple when you can take the time to utilize some of the brilliant tips and ideas that have been previously mentioned. It's vital that you can adapt the way that you operate to accommodate such a change in working habits, as your business must keep up with the times in the safest and most secure way. You just listened to the post titled Maintaining Security in the Era of Remote Working by Michael Levitt of breakfastleadership.com. And a big thanks to Michael Levitt, who is the founder and Chief Burnout Officer of the Breakfast Leadership Network, a San Diego and Toronto-based burnout media firm. He is a certified NLP and CBT therapist, and NLP, by the way, is neuro-linguistic programming, and CBT is cognitive behavioral therapy. And he's one of the world's leading authorities in burnout recovery and prevention. Michael is also a Fortune 500 consultant, a #1 bestselling author, and host of the Breakfast Leadership Show, a top 200 podcast on Apple Podcasts. He's a 2-time top 20 global thought leader on culture with Thinkers 360, as well as a former healthcare executive, CIO, and CFO, overseeing $2 billion budgets. So come visit him online. You can find him at breakfastleadership.com. But that's it for today. I thank you for being here and for listening each and every day. Hope you're having a great week so far, and I will be back again with you tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.